Hello?
Ah,
Hello?
jeez. Get away from the camera.
Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for the king there. Sometimes he gets out of his toy box. Well, anyway, welcome to the show. Today, Ricky decided to use a dynamic microphone. That means no matter how well I edited this, there's still a lot of big plosive sounds. Plosives are where you say like a P sound, and it sounds like a 9mm pistol. So expect to hear a lot of this. Let me demonstrate. Please, don't do P sounds right in the mic. Please. That's what it sounds like. Did you like that? Probably not. Get ready for a whole lot more.
Hello, Richard from budgetguitarist.com. And today things are a little different, aren't they? I usually have the lapel mic on, and instead I got this monster thing like right in my way. And the reason is because I want to do a little singing and playing today. I want to demonstrate what I like about the brand new Helix 3.0 firmware update. If you have a Helix product or a HX Stomp, Helix LT, Helix Native, you already know about this thing and you're excited about it or you're complaining about it or whatever the case may be. But I want to tell you basically the stuff that I love about it. I'll tell you right up front what I'm not really using that much. There's like some new cool looper stuff, and there's like a glitch delay where it'll do all kinds of crazy screwed up things to your music. And that's not really my thing. I was born in 1965, so, yeah, something that would be really out there for me would be like a fuzz pedal. Anywho, I'm going to talk about the most important thing to me about this update was that we're going from 6 blocks on the HX Stomp to 8. Now here's why this is a big deal. Some of my patches, I had all 6 blocks full. So you can think of a block on HX Stomp as being like a slot on your pedal board. There's 6 of them, and when they're done, they're done. There's nothing else you can do. The problem is, what if you want to add a volume pedal? Or what if you want to use the effects send? So sometimes what I like to do is I'll take the main output left and right from my HX Stomp and I'll send it to my mixer. But then I want to record, so I want to send the effects output left and right to the computer separately. Well, if I've got a patch with all 6 slots full, forget it. So the good news now is I don't have to worry about that. I can just, I've got 2 more available slots, and slot number 8 can be my effects send, and that works out really well. Now, a lot of people are complaining about this, saying, well, you don't get any extra CPU with it, so you can run out of horsepower fairly easily if you're trying to go nuts with the 8 slots. To which I say, well, yeah, it's software. Software is like a file that you install on your device. It's not going to redo the hardware. It's not like Borg technology. There's no nano probes in the software, okay? Yeah, it reminds me of the old joke about the guy, the businessman who had the fax machine, and he ran out of paper, so he called the company that sold him the fax machine, and he said, hey, can you fax me some more paper? Okay, anyway, let's get to it. The first thing I want to talk about is the Acoustic Simulator pedal. Boss has an Acoustic Simulator pedal. It's been out forever. It's pretty cool. The goal is to make your guitar, your electric guitar, sound like an acoustic guitar. Of course, it doesn't really work. It doesn't make your electric sound like an acoustic, but it makes it sound more like an acoustic. And the digital version is very close to the original, so I'm pretty happy about that. So allow me to demonstrate. Let's see. One of the wonders of the world's going down, I know. One of the wonders of the world that no one cares. is it at all? No one cares at all. I don't remember. One of those things. Anyway, Acoustic Simulator pedal is cool. All right, this one's a little weird. On my old pedal board, I had the Digitech Freeze pedal, which is where you would hit a note or record, and then you'd push on the pedal and hold it, and it would be like an infinite sustain. It was like a sustain pedal for your guitar, and it could also simulate feedback. And I was a little sad to get rid of it, and now, what do you know? Line 6 includes a freeze function, digital freeze function, in the new firmware update. And so, let me see if I can demonstrate. I've got my expression pedal down here, and I'm going to play around with it, see if I can get some notes to sustain here. Well, my name's Charlie Pettimore, same as my daddy and his daddy before. You hardly ever saw Granddad right here. He only come to town about twice a year. You buy 100 pound of yeast and some copper lime. Everybody knew that it made moonshine. The revenue man wanted Granddaddy bad, went down the hollow with everything they had before my time, but I've been told they never came back from Copperhead Road. Anyway, heavy metal bagpipes. Right. Most people would probably use it more like this. Anyway. Okay, so another new feature is a 12-string guitar simulator. So if you listen to the tone here, listen for like an octave above where the note is. Do you hear it? And then even on these. Now, of course, on a real 12-string guitar, the higher strings are just doubled up. They're not octaves, but you can't really do that this way. So does it sound like a 12-string? Not exactly. Does it sound cool? Yeah, it does. One of the wonders of the world's going down, I know. One of the blunders of the world, no one cares enough at all. All right, now, here's the second to last one, and change guitars. My second album is called Never Completely. The title track is called Never Completely, and the entire song is in E flat. So here's what I'm going to do. In the firmware update, there's a Capo pedal, and allow me to demonstrate. So the concept is I don't have to bring a whole nother strat and a different tuning if I want to do just that song. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to test it out a little bit. I've got in this patch, I've got the pitch module, the new one that detunes it to Capo. I have a compressor, I've got an amp, and I've got an IR file. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the song, a little bit of it, and then I'm going to turn off the Capo and detune the guitar, and then I'll do a little editing to see, I'll put them close together so you can hear the difference. Well, I can't hear the difference in my my in-ear monitors here, so when I do the editing and play it back, I'll be able to see if there's like a huge difference or a small difference, or if I can't even tell. That'll be interesting. So the elephant in the room in this case with the new updates is that these fancy new pitch, pedals, effects, whatever you want to call them, they are CPU hogs. And so using one of these effects is like the equivalent of using an amp model. It's just going to take about half your CPU cycles. So if you want to use one of these effects on an HX Stomp, you got to be super frugal about what other things you use with it. So you could use one of these things in an amp model, and maybe that's about it. You're not going to have like 6 things in your chain and then have one of these things, you know, like the Capo effect or whatever. You're just not. So there's something else I want to share. There's 2 new amp models, and one is basically a high gain, and then the other is a Princeton reverb, and they give you a 10-inch cabinet and a 12-inch cabinet. I'm going to play a little bit of a cover with just like a backing track, and it'll kind of show you the difference between the 2 amps. I'm not going to go through the whole entire song, just kind of give you enough. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you found some part of it at least mildly entertaining. Please like, subscribe, click the bell, comment below, all that kind of jazzy stuff. If there's anything that you want to see me cover in a future video, leave it in the comments section. I'm probably going to do some more stuff with the new Helix editions, the new firmware edition. I think it's really cool that you can just suddenly one day out of nowhere get a couple of new amps and a bunch of new pedals for free. I think that's part of the genius of this whole HX universe. That was the best update I've ever seen, and it probably won't be the last. If you own the Pod Go, you're not really part of the update cycle for the Helix stuff. Thanks again for watching, and as always, we will see you next Friday at 5.
There, Blackest. Hey, Officer Knucklehead. How do I get Matlock on this thing? Hey, get away from that thing. What are you doing? Get out of there.